Dreams and Revelations. My recent rejoining the Yarn Slingers coincides with my starting with a Jungian analyst. We follow the teachings of the physician, psychoanalyst, and psychiatrist Carl Jung, the master of dream therapy. The most important of Jung's theories to heal the psyche is that dreams hold the keys to who we are through our unconscious material. One can achieve psychological wellness and healing by joining one's unconscious with their conscious. I do believe that my unconscious influences my life, and it is necessary to integrate unrecognized and denied aspects of my personality to achieve long-lasting changes in how I live my life. The analyst's role is merely to guide you to what the messages, cloaked in symbols in the dream, may represent to you. Then you interpret it for yourself. It is a process to allow your psyche, which includes your ego, to struggle through the meaning over time. Before going to bed, I earnestly invite the unconscious to please release its knowledge about me in dream form. A journal and pen sit on my night table, ready for me to write down the dream as soon as I awaken, or I forget it. Synchronicity, a word coined by Jung, means that there is a mystery to what we might think of as just a coincidence. Example, joining Yarn Slingers, starting dream therapy, and the first writing for my dreams and revelations. Others might believe these to be totally unrelated events that have no connection. On 2/22/22, I dreamed that I was standing in a group outside and there were animals coming around from afar. The first was a large wild boar, fierce looking, his big snout and teeth sticking out like tusks, but he stops right in front of me. All that fear, that fight or flight response now needs to be released. And here comes this little adorable, brown, wiry-haired dog. I was so ready to put something soft and cuddly to calm myself. Bending down, "Hey, cutie," I say as I reach out my right hand gently to let him smell me. The adorable little dog turns into a growling, vicious dog and grabs my pointer and third fingers and won't let go. I fling him around, trying to release his grip, but then I'm scared. He's going to hurt my fingers. I can feel him clamping down harder, so I grab him with my other hand at the place where the jaws meet and squeeze as hard as I can. He starts to loosen his grip, so I squeeze harder. He throws up and lets go. Next scene in the dream, I'm sitting on a stone wall, looking out on a dust road. The group further out to my right. I'm seated with a shadowy woman with long white hair to my left. I know she's a crone, an old wise woman. Looks like I'm going to be watching something, and she turns to me and says, "We always like to invite a luminous person like you when we do this." I turn, looking for the person she must be talking to. My wake-up alarm goes off, and I grab my journal. Making associations with the dream images, using active imagination guided by my therapist, I searched for meaning. I can admit that at times my husband and my friend Marilyn might say I was as scary as a wild boar. My voice and penetrating words and the movements of my body have definitely imparted discomfort to them. However, it is also true that I've always come to a stop before inflicting any physical pain. I can also be sweet, little gentle puppy, needing to be petted as well as bringing comfort to those who pet me. However, if the right button is pushed, I may bite your finger off. I have not as yet. The stone wall where I sit, a compilation of all the difficulties that I have lived through, undergirding me. Connecting the dream to what's happening internally, I've most often denied my inner strength and light. Therefore, it is not surprising that I couldn't see my luminosity, even when someone of great wisdom tells me so. It has been veiled by suffering, fear, and ignorance. What is revelatory is that previously I have had negative feelings about these aspects of my personality. But now I say yes to them. Now I can separate them from my true nature because seeing them in the light, along with my practices of meditation, devotion, service, and reflection, have given me that power. I can now let my inner light shine brightly, enough for even me to see it. And I pour on.